The sun went down on Gosnold's Hope Park this past Saturday.
Isn't that an Elton John song?
Don't let the sun go down on my kickball league.
Please.
I will never let the sun go down in this kickball league. But a champion had to go down and be crowned this past Saturday. Just for kicks, JFK with the number 4 seed. They had the number 3 seeded 5 O'Clockers. The 5 O'Clockers, who had yet to face a defeat on the kickball field. They had started playing at 9 o'clock that morning and had rolled through their competition. They had squeaked out a win against Shake and Bake, the number 2 seed in the semis. And they got a JFK team who we mentioned earlier was
stretched a little thin.
Yes, tired and just pushing through from a epic semifinal. A battle with Kick-Ass, which they emerged victorious. And you know, anybody who was anybody stuck around to see this game. I know I did after I got a Whopper from Burger King, so I probably missed the first inning or so. So I need you guys to cover that. But otherwise, you know, this game saw 5 O'Clockers do what they've done all season. You know, we had a question for the lightning round that we're not going to get to about all-star performances, and I'm going to give my shout out to Mr. Reyes, pitching for the 5 O'Clockers, who, I don't know.
All day.
I didn't see all of their games, but from what I saw, went the distance, which from a, you know, intestinal fortitude and
all the factors.
Yeah, just being able to stand out there and throw every pitch on this day, that's impressive enough. But to throw them well and to shut down some great teams, maybe not shut down, but to limit some great teams, you know, that's damn impressive. And he was able to take the 5 O'Clockers all the way to the championship game, in a game they would end up pulling out with a 5-3 win over JFK.
Would he be the Wentworth Cup MVP, Brent?
Oh man, it's tough to say. You know, because they had a lot of standouts. I mean, Gene, we talked about earlier. Obviously, they're not even having the opportunity to play if he doesn't kick that ball.
That's true.
He made some good catches in the outfield, too, and he did well in the finals. Randy Devlin, their Charger, he had a standout performance. I mean, towards the end of the game, JFK was really trying to climb back into it. He was just gunning people.
Does that guy slide every single time?
If it's close, he does. If it's close, he'll go head first.
I've never seen anyone slide into first so much as I did watching that guy.
Yeah. Curtis Fabian, their catcher, you know, he had a great tournament. It's hard to it's hard to say who their MVP was, but Daniel Reyes gave him a hell of a tournament, you know.
Definitely worth mentioning.
Yeah, JFK came out. They scored a run in the top, but then that was as close as it got. I think the Clockers scored 2 or 3 in the next inning, and then they kind of added a few more late. JFK made a run at the end, but it was not today. So there's the Clockers, or not any day really. It's JFK, you know. God, heart breaks for him, you know. Brian Freed, 5 straight Wentworth Trophy Finals appearances, 5 straight losses, a VA Raptor appearance, a VA Raptor loss. Just to come so close to the championships and to lose every time. I mean, 5 seasons of VA Peninsula, that's 2.5 years.
5 times.
That's crazy.
5 times.
5 times.
They'll get theirs, man. They just gotta. They gotta make some tweaks, some adjustments. You know, I think they strategy-wise sometimes with their lineup. I don't always understand what they're trying to accomplish. I don't tell you I'm an expert, but I saw some issues with their lineup in the finals that just some curious decisions where to put the people in the middle. I think they try and spread out their weapons too much, and that kind of hurt them a little bit.
If you were, sorry, just one quick thing. If you were sitting where we were sitting on the sidelines right when it started getting down to, I think it was the 4th inning, saw Brittany send off one of her friends out to the parking lot to go get some champagne.
Ooh, I want to talk about this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And just as he had left the field, JFK scored like 2 points or so, and I was like, oh no, is that a little bit too early to even start thinking about the champagne?
I called the champagne curse. No, I did before. It was Alden who kicked the ball. But she sent him out, and I said, I think they're going to get something to celebrate. And I was like, this seems a little presumptuous. Boom! Ball into right center, dropped, clears the bases, should have sent the kicker home as well. And at this point, made it a one-run game. And I said, don't come this close and then curse it with the call for the champagne. Don't do it.
That does remind me. That reminds me of one of the earlier losses for JFK in the finals when we were playing with the Emperor's Club. They were up by 3 runs in the 5th inning with 2 outs and no one on base. So I don't blame them for getting ready to celebrate. But they're over on the sidelines. They're whooping it up. They've got their cameras out, and then we just rolled like 4 straight runs with 2 outs and ended up beating them, and they were so dejected. But it was like, but that story reminds me of that, because you don't want to prematurely celebrate until that final out is squeezed. Wow.
Had that guy I'm sorry, I forget his name, but he looked like he was going into home, and then for some reason he didn't commit. Yeah, and
Shaw was sending him.
Ooh, that could have been a big game changer right there, but
live and learn soccer another day. Guys, man. Soccer guys don't always run the bases as good as like a softball or a baseball player does. So it's kind of sometimes, the Achilles heel. Great foot skills and awesome power, but every once in a while they'll just run into something or they won't be aggressive.
I wanted to say something we've all sort of mentioned in talking about the 5 O'Clockers championship here. How it takes a village, it takes a team. And they put together a top-to-bottom lineup who could win this. Not that other teams did not have that, but, on one day, when you need 11 players, 11, 12, 13, whatever it was, to show up and play, hey, they had all those guys show up and play in all the big spots.
The girls, too. The girls were outstanding from what I saw.
Excuse me, by guys, I was including girls.
I know.
But thank you.
But I do want to give them a shout out. Really, Courtney Travis, Courtney Eford, Brittany Travis, Ashley Fan. I mean, they were strong all day. And I don't remember seeing any of them make any errors. Offensively, they made people make plays to get them out. So they put the pressure on the defenses. Just great performance by all 4 ladies for the 5 O'Clockers. Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
And great performance by the entire 5 O'Clocker squad.
The 5 O'Clockers, man, this is it's good to see them back. As far as, obviously I always want to win the championship, but if I'm not going to win it, man, I would have been happy with either one of these teams. Whoever was going to win, I have friends on all the teams, so, but the 5 O'Clockers, they've been in the league. What a fitting season for them. The season where they celebrate their 100th game ever, they recapture the Wentworth Trophy for the 2nd time.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. So they're really stoked about it. On Facebook today, I asked, the question is, are 5 O'Clockers going to go to Vegas? And Courtney, she came on there. Courtney Travis, she said, damn right we are. So
awesome.
Hopefully they represent the Peninsula out there.
Heck yeah.
We haven't had anyone represent the Peninsula in Vegas since 2008 with Wilford Brimley's mustache ride. So I think they could do some damage if they get a good squad out there. They got the talent to go far in that tournament.
Does that tournament, are those rules different? Would they have a traveling team, or would they not be the same team that they played all season with?
It would be pretty much the same team that they had all season, except for they're allowed to pick up. I think they can pick up 2 or 3 players from the league to go with them.
Okay.
So, but for the most part, they're restricted to their roster from this spring. But also I would think JFK, they're probably going to get an invitation too, because this is one of the stronger leagues competitive wise. So I think both the runner-up and the champions are going to get invites.
Yeah, it'd be great to have one team, let alone 2. So.
How awesome would that be if JFK got an invite and they went to Founders Cup and then they won Founders Cup after losing 5 straight Wentworth trophies? That would be pretty cool.
That would make a great movie.
Yeah, a Disney movie. The Fighting Freeds.
Fighting Freeds, live to fight another day.
I like it.
Yeah, this is a good one. These two teams, both dynasties as far as mainstays in the league. I did joke before the game that they were the combined record in the finals for these 2 teams were 1-8 before this season. So something had to give. The O'Clockers, they won their second out of 5 appearances. JFK, obviously, you know about that, but it's awesome stuff, man. Awesome stuff. I love the history of this league.
Ball is tipped, there you are. You're running for your life. You race, shoot.